3 mystery stories full of horror. Story 1. The Disappearing Village. My name is Sarah, and I'm about to recount a chilling story, an inexplicable mystery that unfolded in the quiet village of Ravenscroft, where I once called home. Ravenscroft was a close-knit community, nestled in the heart of the countryside. Life was peaceful until the day we awoke to an eerie silence. A silence that hung heavy in the air like a shroud. The village had disappeared overnight, as if it had never existed. Homes, shops, and landmarks, all gone without a trace. There were no signs of struggle, no remnants of life. It was as if Ravenscroft had been erased from existence. My family and I searched desperately for answers, but all we found were empty fields and endless silence. The rest of the world carried on as if the village had never been, and no one remembered our beloved Ravenscroft. As the years passed, our memories of the village faded, and we began to question our own sanity. Had Ravenscroft ever truly existed, or had it been a shared delusion? Then, one fateful night, I received a letter. An old, weathered envelope with no return address. Inside, a single word was scrawled in elegant handwriting. Remember? Memories flooded back. Images of my childhood, the laughter of friends, the warmth of the village. It was as if Ravenscroft had been trapped within me, waiting to be unlocked. With renewed determination, I set out to uncover the truth. The answers lay in a forgotten diary, hidden in the attic of my childhood home. A diary that chronicled a sinister ritual performed by the village elders. A ritual that had summoned an ancient, malevolent force. Ravenscroft had been a sacrifice, an offering to an entity that hungered for our world. The villagers had willingly given up their existence to appease this entity, and in return, they had been erased from the world's memory. Armed with this knowledge, I sought to break the curse and restore Ravenscroft. It was a perilous journey that brought me face to face with the malevolent force that had claimed the village. In a final, terrifying confrontation, I battled the entity, using the power of memory to banish it and restore Ravenscroft to its rightful place. The village reappeared, but the memories of the villagers were forever altered. The truth remained buried, a mystery locked away in the diary and my memories. A mystery that I alone carry, a burden that haunts me to this day. Please subscribe to support this channel.
Story 2. The Haunting of Lakeview Lodge. My name is Emily, and I'm about to reveal the horrifying mystery that unfolded at Lakeview Lodge, a place where tranquility and terror collided in a nightmarish tale. Lakeview Lodge was a picturesque retreat, nestled by the serene shores of a tranquil lake. It was a place of solace and serenity, or so it seemed, until the day I arrived with my family for a vacation that would change our lives forever. The lodge was charming, its cabins cozy and inviting. But as the days passed, we began to notice strange occurrences, a shadowy figure in the woods, mysterious footsteps in the dead of night, and the unmistakable sensation of being watched. One evening, as we gathered around the fireplace, the lodge's owner, Mr. Sinclair, shared a harrowing tale, a tale of a curse that had plagued Lakeview Lodge for generations. It was a curse tied to the land itself, a curse that manifested in the form of a malevolent spirit known as the Watcher of the Lake. The Watcher was said to be the vengeful spirit of a Native American shaman, wronged by the lodge's founders. The shaman had vowed to protect the land and exact revenge on those who had desecrated it. As the nights grew darker, the Watcher's presence became undeniable. It materialized before us, a ghostly figure with hollow eyes and a voice that chilled us to our core. It whispered threats and promises of doom, its words carrying the weight of centuries of anger. Desperation set in as we realized that the Watcher sought to claim our souls as retribution for the sins of the lodge's founders. We were trapped, with no way to escape the curse that bound us to Lakeview Lodge. In a final, horrifying confrontation, I ventured into the heart of the forest, seeking to confront the Watcher and break the curse. The woods came alive with an otherworldly presence, and I battled the malevolent spirit, using the knowledge passed down by Mr. Sinclair. The battle was fierce, a struggle between the living and the dead, but I emerged victorious, banishing the watcher back into the depths of the lake. Lakeview Lodge was cleansed of its curse, and we were free to leave. As we departed, I couldn't help but cast one last glance at the serene lake, wondering if the watcher still lurked beneath its surface, waiting for a chance to return. The mystery of Lakeview Lodge remained, a reminder that some curses are best left undisturbed, and some mysteries are best left unsolved.
Story 3. The Cursed Painting of St. Jude's Hall. I am Rebecca, and the story I'm about to share is a tale of a haunted painting, a cursed artist, and the relentless terror that followed me from St. Jude's Hall. St. Jude's Hall was an old, dilapidated mansion that had been transformed into an art gallery. It was rumored to be haunted, and its most infamous exhibit was a painting by the reclusive artist, Victor Devlin. A painting known simply as the Portrait of Despair. The painting depicted a grotesque, twisted figure, its eyes hollow and its mouth twisted into a sinister grin. Its presence seemed to cast a pall over the gallery, and visitors often spoke of an overwhelming sense of dread that washed over them in its presence. One day, I ventured into the gallery, drawn to the Portrait of Despair with an inexplicable fascination. As I stood before the painting, its eyes seemed to follow me, and its malevolent grin sent shivers down my spine. That night, I had a horrifying dream. A dream in which the figure from the painting reached out and touched me, its cold fingers sending shockwaves of terror through my soul. As days turned into weeks, I became obsessed with the painting, unable to tear myself away from its haunting gaze. It seemed to beckon to me, drawing me deeper into its sinister world. Then, one evening, as I stood before the painting, it began to change, its colors swirling and contorting, its eyes glowing with a malevolent light. I tried to back away, but an invisible force held me in place. The figure from the painting emerged, its twisted form stepping out of the canvas and into the gallery. It spoke in a voice that chilled my blood, promising to consume my soul in exchange for its freedom. Desperation gripped me as I tried to escape, but the figure pursued me relentlessly, its presence growing more sinister with each passing moment. It seemed to exist both in the painting and in the physical world, a malevolent force that defied explanation. In a final, horrifying act, the figure from the painting merged with me, its cold fingers wrapping around my heart. I was trapped, a prisoner of the cursed painting, condemned to wander the halls of St. Jude's Hall for all eternity. To this day, I am haunted by the relentless terror of that cursed painting, a reminder that some mysteries should never be explored, and that art can be a gateway to unimaginable horrors. Subscribe to watch more such scary stories with us. Thanks for watching Fright Forge.